welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Mariana, and if you guys are returning subscribers, and thank you so much for being a part of my life. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Today I am super excited to talk about my Accutane journey. I have struggled with acne for such a long time and my skin is finally clear. I did post a before and after on my Instagram story, and a lot of you guys were DMing me asking me what I did to help clear my skin. So that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. I'm also going to try to make it as raw as I can and not edit it because I'm too lazy to do that. Okay, so just a little background story. I do have a video on my channel already. I'll go ahead and link it down below, but just so you guys can know where I'm at with my skin. I have had acne since I was in high school, and I think a little after high school I would go to a dermatologist and she would recommend me things like doxycycline, which is a pill, or antibiotics and creams and stuff for my face. I did feel that it would work, but it wouldn't completely make my acne go away. So I finally cleared my skin and I am 23 years old. So it took me such a long time to finally clear my skin. The dermatologist that I did go to, he was all for Accutane, so he put me on right away. If you guys don't know what Accutane is, it's basically a medication that helps get rid of all of your acne. It's super strong. So when you first want to get on Accutane, you do have to go see a dermatologist and just basically tell them that you want to be on Accutane. I know a lot might want to put you on other things before they actually put you on Accutane just because of how harsh it is and how strong it is. With me, that wasn't the case. He was like all for Accutane, so he put me on right away with no hesitation. So if you are a girl and you do plan on getting on Accutane, you do have to take a pregnancy test. You cannot be pregnant or plan on getting pregnant while you're on Accutane because your baby will 100% come out with a deformality if you do end up pregnant, and you cannot get pregnant 1 month after you're finished taking Accutane. I think your doctor can even sue you if you do get pregnant, or I don't know, it's just like a big old thing. I remember that like my doctor was like telling me like you can't lie, like you have to take some sort of birth control, like you have to do something because you cannot get pregnant. It was just such a big deal. When it comes to your insurance, I know that, okay, so me and my friend, we started Accutane around the same time. I know that when it came to her insurance was able to cover her doctor visits. No, yeah, they covered her doctor visits, but not her medication. And for me, they would cover my medication, but not my doctor visits. My doctor visits were around $75 every time I had to go see my dermatologist. So let's go back. After my pregnancy test came back negative, a few days later I went to go see my dermatologist, and we just filled out paperwork basically regarding the Accutane, what side effects it has and all that stuff. And then your doctor will also sign you up for a IPledge account. It's basically like a questionnaire and it gives you information about Accutane on there. So after you see your doctor every month, you have to fill out the questions in order to go pick up your prescription. If you don't fill out the questions, you don't get your prescription. That's how it goes. I started Accutane in May of 2019 and I just finished it March 3rd of 2020. And I've been off of it for about 23 days, so almost a month, and I haven't had any breakouts, any of the side effects I dealt with. I haven't had any of that. So I'm super thankful. My skin has gone such a long way. It's been through everything. So every month you do have to take a pregnancy test. You have to go get blood work done. The reason for getting blood work is because it is so harsh on your liver. I know it sounds super scary, but just talk to your doctor, see if you want to go through with it. I was super scared at first. I was like, oh my God. But I had nothing was ever wrong, but they always are checking up on that constantly. So blood work, pregnancy tests, and then you have to see your dermatologist every month. And then they'll also talk to you about like if you've had any side effects. They'll basically give you like recommendations on what you can do to help with your side effects in a way, if that makes sense. The side effects that I got right away were chapped lips. I got chapped lips like within the first week of taking Accutane. So I was always going through chapsticks like crazy. My lips even got so chapped to the point where the corners of my mouth were almost bleeding. It was so bad. So every time I would eat, it would just hurt super bad. That lasted for a little bit, but it just went away. And then, but throughout the whole time of taking Accutane, I always had chapped lips, so I would always carry chapstick on me. This is the chapstick that I really liked, that really helps me. So I hope you guys can see that. It's the Mario Badescu chapstick. This one worked miracles. Before I would always use the Burt's Bees chapstick, and I feel like that didn't help at all. I just would stick with the Mario Badescu one or the regular chapstick brand. Another side effect, so the major side effects with Accutane is dryness, dry lips, dry skin, just dry, just because it sucks all of the moisture out of your body. I also got dry on the back of my hands, so my hands started getting really red, and it looked like I had like a rash because they started to get bumps, like weird bumps, and I was like, what the heck? And I noticed that every time I would shower in warm water or wash my hands in warm water, it would basically just trigger it. So I had to moisturize a lot, and it would kind of take a long time for it to go away. It would always go and come, but I don't have dryness in my hands anymore. The other side effect I did get one night was a really itchy scalp. So I was seriously itching my scalp for about 30 minutes. I was to the point where I thought I had lice. I even went to the bathroom and I started brushing my hair out, but there was nothing. So I showered, and then I got some conditioner afterwards, and I started to moisturize my scalp, and that helped. I only got that one time. Joint pain, that was my other side effect. So I started noticing, I think around the second month of taking Accutane, that my lower back was hurting, and I've never had any back pain. And also the joints in my feet were hurting. So every time I would sit down and get up to do something, my feet would just hurt so bad. And within like a minute of walking, it would go away, but it was all the time. And then every time I would sit on the floor and get up, my knees would always crack. So I basically got joint pain in my knees, my back, and in my feet. When I first started Accutane, my doctor started me off on 30 milligrams. So I had to be on Accutane for 6 months. It took me 10 months to finish because I was super bad with taking my pills. If you are on it or plan on getting on it, I highly suggest that you set an alarm on your phone just to remind you, and so you can finish on time. But I did start with 30 milligrams at first, and then my last 3 months, my doctor told me to start taking 2 pills a day. So I was taking 60 milligrams towards the last 3 months. He told me that if my skin was getting even more dry, that I can do 1 pill, and then the next day 2 pills, and then 1 pill, 2 pills, just whatever I was comfortable with. But I just started taking 2 pills so that way I could finish a whole lot faster. For my dryness in my face, I've been using this since the beginning. So it's the CeraVe moisturizer. You always want to make sure that your moisturizer has an SPF in it. So try not to go in the sun, but if you do, always wear sunscreen. And then on top, to extra hydrate my face, I would use the Mario Badescu spray. So those two helped a lot in hydrating my face. I do have some redness. I don't know if you guys can tell, and I do still have some texture on my face. My doctor told me that the redness would go away 6 months to a year after I completed my Accutane. And the texture, he said I can get some procedure done, but the texture wouldn't fully 100% go away. It'll probably go away like 15%, 20%, you know, just a little. Maybe that's something I will get done in the long run. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm super proud of where my skin is right now. I'm super comfortable in it, and I'm not insecure at all. Accutane did help me a lot. I really recommend it. Some people can also get depression or permanent depression after being on Accutane. You can also get suicidal thoughts. I was honestly like scared that I was gonna get any of those things, but I did not. The one thing I feel that I did get was emotional. I feel like I would cry more, and I would get a lot more sensitive to things. I would always cry whenever I was on it, but it wasn't a big deal. I don't cry as much as I did before anymore, so I knew it was the Accutane. I think that's about it. I mean, if you guys have any questions, I honestly recommend to go see a dermatologist. The dermatologist I went to was called Lux Dermatology here in Porterville. They're so nice and so friendly, and they helped me out a lot. So yeah, just go see a dermatologist and see how they can help you guys. Another thing is that your acne can come back, so don't think that it's permanent and it's not going to come back, because it can. I've seen videos where people get on Accutane and then they get off of it, and like a few months after they break out again. I hope that doesn't happen to me. It's been almost a month and I haven't had any breakouts whatsoever. Just try to take care of your skin as much as you can. It's so important. But I feel like this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.